Hello everyone and welcome to Bevan's Bricks. I'm going to do something a little differently today. What we're going to be doing is I'm going to be working on some of my LED lighting. And since deciding to do that, I thought that I would go ahead and go live and try and interact with you guys a little bit anyway. But I will be the first to tell you that I'm still going to be trying to focus on what I'm doing. Hey Lego Joe, Blinky Bricks. Yes, I'm working on some of my custom stuff that I do. Brick Sergeant, Timothy Clay, Brooks Bricks, hey. Yeah, I debated not even going live tonight, but I thought, what the heck, because I know a lot of people ask me about a lot of the different stuff that I do. And I actually have some of the chill music that I've been streaming while I've been talking and whatnot, so I hope everybody likes that. Hey, New Brickson. How you doing, Grumpy J? But one of the problems that I have, at least I haven't seen it anyway, is most lighting manufacturers, they have all these different color lights, but they don't have different intensities. And that's part of the reason why I'm going to be showing you some of what I intend on working on today. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a combined series parallel circuit with some lights, because I'm trying to get a different intensity on the lighting. And I'm putting a total of 16 floors with 4 lights per floor on the umbilical tower is what I'm going to be doing. So with doing that, I'm going to be making a lot of custom lights. And I thought, like I said, a lot of you guys may or may not be interested. I thought, why not just go ahead and try it out? Let's see here. We need those. Hey, how you doing, Steve? Yes, it is a soldering iron. That's why I said tonight is LED work. Just to kind of quickly show you, this was my experimental piece to make sure it was going to work correctly. Now, since I'm talking about lighting and I'm showing you guys lighting and I'm showing you a little bit about LEDs and whatnot, there's 2 different ways that you can step your voltage down. One way is quite simply by putting your lights in a series circuit. And what'll happen is your lights will dim because the voltage will be divided between the sum of the individual parts. Now, I'm saying that because what happens is if you have a 5-volt input and I put 2 lights in series, what'll happen is you will end up with 2.5 volts on each light. And it doesn't require a resistor then. And it also actually dims the light a little bit. But for me, and thank you so much, Brick Sergeant, I really appreciate that, and Steven, hello. But for me, because I want the lights even dimmer, when you're looking at LEDs, every LED operates at a different forward voltage. You can have a forward voltage from anywhere from 1.4 volt or 1.7, I think is the lowest, up to 3.2 volts. And what that voltage is actually determining is the brightness of the individual LED. Depending on the color, generally depends on the forward voltage. Now, with what I'm using a soft white. The forward voltage on this is 3.2 volts. I'm still going to be using the USB port, and I hope I'm not talking too much or too loud or too fast for anybody. If you don't understand or follow along, please let me know. But I'm going to be running with 3.2 volts is going to be my input voltage, or I'm sorry, 5 volts is my input voltage. My resistor, I'm stepping it down to 3.2 volts, and then I'm putting 2 sets of wires in series. So what I have when I'm done is I have make sure I'm thinking of this correctly, 1.6 volts on each individual LED, which gives it a very, very dim effect. And if you're familiar at all with the umbilical tower, you'll know, and how did I got to put the resistor in here. If you're familiar at all with the umbilical tower, from the images anyway, because I am all about realism and trying to capture different things, the lights on each individual step of the umbilical tower are actually quite dim. So what I'm doing is I'm going to step it down, and then like I said, I have these in series, and I'm going to hook this up just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Actually, I want that out. Or do I? Yes, I do. I want this off. And I want a male. There we go. And I want to capture that effect of the actual lights on the umbilical tower, so that way everybody can kind of understand where I'm at. A massage? I'm jealous. Is it a happy ending? Is it a happy ending massage though? That's my question. Like I said, I'm just doing this to show you guys what I'm talking about as far as the intensity. And then I'm going to get to soldering some stuff. And looking at this, because I threw it in my tackle box, I think I damaged it. It might not light up. And I did. I damaged one of them. Son of a gun. So I can't use that because I threw it in the wrong container. So let me set that aside for now. I will go back and repair that at a later date. But let me show you again quickly how bright this light is, just putting it on the LED. And then I'm going to show you how dim it is if I put it in series with another one. Now, this is, and I'm hoping you can see it, this is off-white. It's really not super, super bright, but believe me, when I actually have it hooked up and on the umbilical tower, it's a little bit too white. Anyway, now let me show you what happens with that same LED if I put another one in series with it. It's very amazing how much dimmer it is. And that is the look that I'm going for, and that is what I'm going to be doing. The trick with going in series is you got to go anode to cathode, anode to cathode. I'm trying to just hold it together without soldering it just yet until I'm ready to solder them. Which is making it a bit of a pain. I need my soldering board is what I need. This is why I generally don't do this stuff live too. Let's do this. And with the numbers I'm seeing, I can honestly say I almost feel like I'm not going to do any more live streams because the number of people that are actually watching these is so low, it doesn't feel like it's really worth my time anymore. We have 12 people right now. Trying to twist it ain't gonna work. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream because like I said, there's just so few people watching. It doesn't really feel like it's worth bothering.